Okay, we can start now. Hello, friends. Today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic that is how do we get success as a manager, right? Quite interesting. Everybody has a dream to become a manager, but the challenge is how you end up with getting succeed in life, right? So, what I'm going to talk here is key skills. Maybe not at all I can cover now, but what I'll try to do is what are the important skills a manager should have so that he can drive his team at the same time help the management in growing the company, right? Now, when you are a manager or you are in the mid management, the challenge is that you are in between the team and the management team. Okay. And you have to satisfy both the team who's reporting to you and the team who is expecting you to deliver results, right? So it is a very, very important role, specifically if you are working in the mid management, to manage both the top management and the team. So I'll start with the first skill. The first skill what you require is the technical subject matter expertise, right? Sometimes people say that, okay, I'm a manager. Why should I know the technical matter? You need to have strong knowledge on the technical matter, right? Because you are not in the senior management role where you will talk about strategies. You may be involved in strategies, but as your involvement will be more on the ground, that is more on the operation side. So what do you require? You require strong technical knowledge where you can guide your team on the operational matters. For example, like if I am a finance guy and if I don't know accounting standard, I don't know the accounting processes. Tomorrow when the team will ask me to guide, what I'm going to guide, right? I can't ask them that you check with other people or you check with other team. It is me who has to guide them. So it is always good that you have strong technical knowledge on the operational matters. Second important thing is that you have to upskill your skill always. You can't say that, okay, I am a CA, I am a CW qualified, I studied 10 years back. Now I don't want to upskill. That is not correct. You have to upskill yourself so that you can guide the team. What are the best thing you can implement in the process? Because if you're not upskilling, you talk about the traditional matters, your team may be new. Those are passed out from the colleges or from CA institutes or CW institutes. They will not like it because they would have come with advanced knowledge and you will be talking about traditional knowledge, so it will never match. So it is always good that you upskill yourself and see that how best way you can guide on the technical matter to the team. So this is number one skill what you want. The second one is initiative. Okay, so what is the meaning of initiative? You have to ensure that you are taking new activities every time, right? You have some traditional work, you have some day-to-day job what is given by the company, but you have to ensure that to take new initiatives. Initiative can be automation where you reduce the inefficiencies of the manual job. Okay, initiative can be new projects which will help the company to grow. Okay, and initiatives can be on the people talent as well, because your talent, the people who are working under you, they also need to upskill their skill, right? So you have to take initiative how to develop your team skill as well. Okay. Apart from that, you have to see that how the process study can be improved. Okay. Sometimes it may happen that you have some processes which you are following from last 2 3 years, but now the time has come to change, to look into beyond the process what you're following. Can you do something better? Okay. If the controls around you are developing, can you do something better which you can achieve faster? The third skill is proactive and agility. This is where I see a lot of managers fail. Okay. We feel that unless my supervisor or unless my manager direct me, I should not act. Okay. Sometimes we feel that why should we do beyond what is expected from me? But I would suggest that be proactive. What is the meaning of proactive? Visualize what are the risks you see in future, right? If you ensure that the risk is mitigated now, you will be not in trouble in future. Okay. So always even talk to the team, understand that what risk the team is able to visualize if you are not able to visualize. So if the team member says that there are some concerns, please look into it and be proactive. Now, question is the proactive will be helpful if you are showing agility. That means you are showing your speed in taking decision. If you are not taking decision, then there is no use of proactive, right? So you have to be proactive and you should be agile, or you should be fast enough to help your team or help the management in taking decision. So this is the third skill which is very important, that is proactive and agility. Fourth one is very important, that is commitment and result oriented. You are in the company and you have been working as a manager because the company expects you to deliver certain KPIs, right? When you are joining the company or when you are promoted to a manager, certain KPIs are given to you so that you deliver to the management, right? Now you have to ensure that these KPIs are delivered on time. What is the meaning of commitment? Commitment means the deadlines given by the management to you, you have to deliver, right? And why it is very important? Because if you fail to deliver on time, or you fail to give the result what is expected from you, then the trust level by the top management on you will slowly reduce, right? So you can only gain trust, or you can build good trust when you are committed and you are able to deliver the result on time. Okay. The same thing applies for the team as well. So if you have committed something to the team members or to your juniors, please ensure that based on that commitment you deliver to them. So whatever you discuss with them, discipline and the commitment is very much required. Now coming to the another part, that is the commitment, but it should be result oriented. It should not happen. Okay, we may fail certain time. It is not that every time you will pass in the task, but maximum case, so 90-95% should be result oriented. That means you should succeed and the result should be positive, so that the management and gets a confidence that yes, any task given to you are delivered with a positive impact, right? Then the next fifth one, the most important and more critical skill is you have to be transparent. When I say transparent, what is the meaning of that? Build trust within the team. Okay, team should trust you, and build trust with the top management as well. Okay, sometimes it happens that we create our networking within our peer members, right? We forget to make the networking with the top management. So always ensure that you start building a networking with the top management. Be transparent, show your visions, discuss with your team members what you expect from them. It's not happen that you are sitting separately and they're sitting separately. You have a different vision, the team has a different vision. It's not working that way. So be transparent. Open talk should happen with the top management as well as with the team members, so that what you expect from the top management and what you expect from the team are very clear. There should not be any hidden secret or something in your mind and you are not openly talking to the team members. Be transparent and be trustworthy. The next one is very important when it comes to team management. That is empathy. Okay. You would have heard many times that emotional intelligence is one of the strong character a leader should have. Now, what is the meaning of emotional intelligence? I'll give an example. When you were in school, you had one favorite teacher, right? Now question is, out of 4 5 teachers, why one teacher was your favorite teacher? Because the extra care given by the teacher, the way he interacts with you, the way he created the trust on you, you started liking the teacher, right? Similarly, the role of the leader is to ensure that team likes you as a leader. Okay, teams should not like you as a boss, that you will give a direction and they work. So they should have that transparency, and that transparency will happen only when you trust the team and team trust you. Okay, sometimes if your team member asks that I want to work from home, you give it. Not that you don't trust, right? You have to trust. Or the team member says that I'm not well, you trust. Okay, it should not happen that you don't trust, you keep something in mind and then you doubt the character of the team member. That will never help you, because once you start doubting, the team member will start doubting about you also, right? So the trust has to be built between both, and you have to always see that whatever you are talking to the team member is always considering his way of thoughts. It's not happen that you think one way and see things in the other way. Sometimes I have seen personally that people, like managers get angry, they start shouting on the floor. Those are not correct. Okay. So you have to understand each person has its reputation and each person feels bad when somebody scolds, in front of everyone. So if you are not happy with something, please call for a meeting, sit together in a room, exchange words. It should be in a positive way. It's not that you start shouting and then the other person will listen to you, but ensure that the discussions are always healthy, and the team member also understand from which perspective you are talking, and you have to counsel if something is required also. Okay. The next skill is ownership. Why ownership is very important? It should not happen that I have taken a work but I don't take the ownership. I'm not accountable. Okay. And today, if many companies fail, the reason if you see why the company has failed and the managers are not able to help the company to grow, the important point here is ownership, right? Many people feel happy when they have a higher designation. They feel happy when they are more responsible, but they want to take less responsibility, accountability. That means less ownership. So when you are not showing ownership, definitely whether you fail or you pass, it doesn't matter to you, right? Because you are not accountable to anyone. So ensure that you take the accountability, so that tomorrow your team should also will feel that if the team fails, they are also accountable to someone. Otherwise, when they'll come to know that as a manager he's not accountable, why should I work hard to get some result? They'll not work hard. They'll stop working hard towards that, right? So ensure that you have proper accountability. Another most important part is micromanagement, right? Nobody in the world likes micromanagement because everybody are professionally qualified. Everybody know what work to be done, when to be done. You are given a task and they know that when to be completed. So please ensure that you give free hand to your team members to work. If a deadline is agreed, go and discuss with him when the deadline, you have the deadline or you have crossed the deadline. But before that, don't disturb them by asking what is the status, why I'm not seeing you on the seat, why you're moving around, why you're talking with the team member. Give freedom to work. Okay, if he or she is spending more time talking to someone, it is who has to decide when to work, when to complete the task. But at the same time, you have to ensure that somebody is not having a lot of idle time. You have to see as a manager that knows the person is having sufficient work to be delivered in a day, but at the same time, no micromanagement. It doesn't help. End of the day, there will be trust issue. There will be a lot of issues on the transparency, and the relation between the manager and the team member will never grow in a positive side. Ninth one is team to take decision. Sometimes it happens that we don't listen. As a manager, we always feel that I will direct and the person has to work. The world is changing. Okay. It's not that only the manager is talented, even the team members are talented. In few areas, the team member may be knowing better than you because they're working at the operation level, they're dealing at the process, right? You are dealing at the higher side where you're thinking from the strategy point of view. But the team who is dealing at the ground knows better what will work better and what will not work better. So always take input from your team before you take a final decision. And I would recommend that if you want to be successful as a manager, ensure your team to take decision, because that is how they will also develop the concept of ownership. They will develop the way how to take decision, and they will be accountable as well. Because tomorrow it's not happen a situation that they have given it guidance to the manager and they fail. So they'll ensure and they'll do their best to ensure that the decisions is applied and the decisions is perfect, right? Now I'll come to the last one, the 10th one, most interesting, and most of the managers they don't do. What is that? Take feedback. Okay. Are you taking feedback? Okay. Not only from your manager, not only from your higher supervisors. You start taking feedback from your team also. Okay. Sometimes it sounds very bad that how should I go to my team member and I talk about the feedback, but it works. Always have one-to-one with your team members, or as a team when you're having a team meeting, ask them, are there something as a team we're feeling, are there something which I can do better? Okay. Or is there something management is going in the wrong direction and you people feel that we can do something better? So always take feedback in the positive way, appreciate the feedback. Never think that okay, somebody's talking about me, I should start taking revenge. It's not like that. We should be fair to everyone. We should be transparent. We should not show any specific biasness to anyone because it will not work. We should always appreciate the hard work. We should always plan growth for the team members. Those are supporting in your processes. Those are supporting in the growth of the company, and build that trust so that people always trust you, and you can lead a great team. So these are few points which I thought of explaining, so that it can help you in your manager growth. There are a lot of areas to improve. It's not that if you follow this 7, 8, or 10 points what I talked only that will help you to grow. So very important points I can tell you at last, which you need to keep in mind, that team always stands in the first. Okay, more than your management team, right? Because it is the team who has to work. Okay, you can't be best always, right? Virat Kohli is not getting man of the match every in all matches, right? Okay, sometimes you may be doing good, sometimes you may not good, get achieve good, but whoever is doing a good job, always appreciate, always support them. Okay, whenever there is issue, stand by them. When there is success, celebrate that. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you have any queries, let me know in the chat box. I'll be helped to reply on that. Thank you all.